to great. There is no other option.
And your NCAA champion, Robbie Cruz.
We're going back to Omaha!
Play a high level of basketball and a game that's fun to watch.
We are a team, capital letters, team.
He's now called national champion, which is really neat.
Now we're making happen out there. Let's finish this thing on the field.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health System.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly,
I think me trying to get better in all aspects of life has helped me even more to be on the tennis court.
Near side angle, cross crease pass finds Bachlet, one more pass over, 1, 2, 3, Harlem Globetrotter style.
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Taylor Williams from the softball team. Our men's lacrosse opened ACC play on the road at Maryland. Here's the game story.
Van Arsdale donates to Stanwyck, emerges above the pipe on the right wing. Now pushed out near side alley, feeds the crease, Bachlet, low angle shot, and he scores. Steals Stanwyck to Chris Bachlet, and Virginia breaks the ice, Cavs up 1-0. Up the left pipe, feeding out front for Emery, loads up the left hand and cans it. Rob Emery buries it to give Virginia a 2-0 lead. Wahoo's with the rock behind the goal. It's Stanwyck, emerges above the pipe on the right wing. Behind the back shot, almost bounced it in, ball rolling behind the crease. Searching for a cutter, loads up the right hand, plants it top shelf. Whoa, John Haas bearing it, and the flag comes down. Up seconds, Tucker, a split dodge, frees the left hand, stick save made by Amato. Ball bouncing, goal line extended near sideline, and it's picked up by Earhart for Maryland. Has the ball knocked free with 5 seconds. Virginia feeding the crease, and a low angle shot score!
This is the middle of the season, the schedule that we play, the games that we have to turn around and get ready for. I understand that that's a little bit of a chore. I want us to appreciate all these different games, enjoy this part of the season, but it's also, we're getting everybody's best shot, clearly. You come in here, you play in Maryland, they're coming off a loss. We're the defending national champion. We happen to beat them in the championship game. There was plenty of motivation for them, and I thought that they were really on their game early, especially. And
2 straight for Maryland. It's Cummings with a high-to-high rip to tie it at 4. Van Arsdale pitches to Stanwyck, dishes on top of the crease, bounce shot, score!
But this was clearly a game that we had to. We just had to bend our back and pick the ball up off the ground when we started to do that late in the game. I'll be honest, I think we wore them down a little bit. They were playing less people in the middle of the field. I thought we kind of wore them down in the second half, and that probably made a difference. Rob, he's just been very, very consistent, and I thought he just played very, very well today. And I think everybody has kind of rallied around him early, and he's been carrying us when we needed it. It felt like he made a couple of big stops today when that game was being decided. He's been terrific.
Stanwyck on his tiptoes up the right pipe, gets inside, bounce shot, goal. Got it in! Goal. It bounced on the underside of the crossbar, fell through the goal line.
I think it's important for everyone to get touches early on and kind of get their confidence going. And I kind of just sit back and see what I can do as the game goes on, and just kind of let the game come to me as best I can. I mean, we want to be patient but aggressive at the same time, so we just kind of pick and choose our battles in the fourth quarter there. For the most part, they worked out for us.
Junior, near side angle, cross crease pass finds Bachlet, one more pass over, 1, 2, 3, Harlem Globetrotter style. Virginia leads by 2. It's Stanwyck on the doorstep. Now it's steals Stanwyck a dodge, up the right iron, gets double team, lifted in the air, Stanwyck fires a shot and he scored! Oh, what a goal by Steele Stanwyck, who makes the unbelievable look ordinary. It's a hat trick for the All-American.
I think I got myself into a little bit of trouble. I kind of stumbled and kind of ran into a double team there, and I don't even know, just my instincts took over, just kind of jumped and spun and kind of came down. I know I was close to the crease, but I'm just glad the rest said it was a goal.
Right wing to Briggs. Briggs down the right by feeding White, open on the crease, buries it. Yes, sir, Virginia leads by 4.
When things aren't going great or they aren't going, like you say, just not a lot of sparkle out there. You just need a couple of your big boys to step up and make plays, and I thought as that game was being decided, that's exactly what happened for us. Good win for us on the road in a conference game.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the show. Spring football practices continued at the McHugh Center. This week, we mic'd up linebacker Leroy Reynolds.
Come on, man, because if you break the mic. Oh, the mic right there? Yeah. I'm on right now. Oh, we talking. Like NFL films. You go, I'm here. Double trouble, double trouble. Did you call him? Call. Fast, fast, fast. Go down, dude. Down. Slot. Hey, who's on 3? 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir. Here we go. Get something done here today. Defense. 1, 2, 3. Defense. Set. 4. Here we go. That's the way to practice. That's exactly the way to practice. Hey, read the depth of the back. Let me get a Donnie call. That's an easy one. LB's on 3, 1, 2, 3. LB's.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by UVA Health System. Dedication beyond measure.
Men's tennis player Jarmir Jenkins has had quite the journey here at UVA. We caught up with the junior.
With Jameer's game style, his athleticism, he can wear guys out.
One of the best athletes that I've ever worked with, that I've ever seen.
He's a special player, and more than that, he's an incredibly special athlete in person.
The work that I put off the court, you know, building myself as a person first, and then the tennis player second. That's something that I struggled with my freshman year in college. You know, I think it's something that every freshman goes through. I remember playing Sanam before I got here, you know, and not thinking much about college tennis. And I remember playing Sanam in a practice match that was about 15, 20 minutes long, and I didn't win a game. I remember winning a couple points, and I remember that really humbling me.
Certainly took him some time, as it does many first years, but from the very beginning, I always believed in Jameer and knew that he could be a great player. He comes to the courts, he's engaged from the first ball, and when he leaves practice, I feel like he's gotten better, and he spends the time from that practice to the next day preparing for the opportunity to get better again. And I think it's that preparation prior to his arrival at the courts that has really put him in a good place, and that's a big part of his development, as it is any student athlete. And once he embraced that concept, he just took off.
I think everyone knows the key to success is hard work, you know, and self-belief and clean conscience. So when I went into the off season, I was just gonna put in the extra work. You know, some days I spent 6 hours on the court and training, and you know, other days I spent 6 hours, you know, in the gym or something like that. I think it's just a tribute to the people that I have surrounding me, from my dad to my brothers to the coaches, and so it's all about the support group that I have.
The key with Andres and I with Jameer is because this was both our second year on the job, is building the relationship with him. Once we built the foundation of that relationship, the stuff we work on the court just came easy after that, you know. So yeah, but I mean, 6 hours, yeah, it's a grind, 6 hours a day, you know. It's not easy, but you know, I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's fun.
Tennis is, you know, it's a game that translates to life so well. So I would say, you know, the biggest strides that he's made and, you know, some of the best coaching moments that we've had with him have been off the court, just, you know, spending time together and talking about life and then translating it towards the tennis court. So he's starting to look at tennis like his own project. You know, I think that's going to best prepare him for a great career on tour. He's a kid that embraces the stage. I mean, he loves it. The bigger the crowd, bigger the court, bigger the moment, he elevates his game. I've told people this all the time, but I've never seen someone change the momentum of a match in 1 point, or just by him deciding that, you know, he's going to engage.
It's no secret that the more people show up, the better I play. I think it's something that helps me. It can be hindering at times, but I really embrace that moment, being able to play in front of a large group of people.
He has such an ability to put on an incredible show for the fans, and every now and then you'll see him fly over the fence or over the net or dive for a ball, which, to be honest, scares the living daylights out of me.
My dad always tells me, you know, it's okay to let some of those balls go once in a while, but I don't know, I just can't program my mind to not go for a ball because I feel like I'm fast enough to get there, so. It's hard for me to let some balls go, but I guess I got to look to the future and try and at least be healthy enough to play in May.
I can't imagine seeing a young man develop so much on so many different levels over the course of his time at Virginia. It's been just an amazing pleasure as a coach. One of the things he always says is, yeah, we're doing okay, but we have a long ways to go. He's right about that, but at the same time, I think more than ever, he stops and enjoys the moment and appreciates the fruits of his labor. The perspective is there.
Coming up after the break.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.
Welcome back to the show. Our baseball team hosted JMU in a midweek matchup. Here's the game story.
Get a fly ball into the outfield, or how about a base hit up the middle? Colin Harrington has an RBI single. The Who's are on the board. Jared King touches home plate. Looks the strongest.
The 0-2 pitch swung on and hit slowly out to the shortstop Taylor. A throw from very deep in the hole, and it is just in time to get the base runner McIntyre.
One of the qualities of a team that we still need to prove to each other is that we are capable, when we have opportunities at any point in the ball game, to put a ball club away. You know, and we certainly did that tonight. That doesn't necessarily mean just offensively. It also means on the mound and defensively. And, you know, I thought in the middle of the ball game, we did that in all those areas.
It's an RBI triple for Derek Fisher, and the beat goes on for the freshman. We're all knotted up at 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Logic comes set again. Fisher leads off third. Pitch is driven out to deep left field. Going back on it is Colby Roberts. This ball's got a chance, and there it goes. Colin Harrington strikes for his first home run of the year to give the Who's a 4-2 lead. A big blast from the junior.
He carries himself with a little bit of confidence. And, So, the fact that he got his first home run at Davenport Field is really a highlight for him. It is for all of us. I'm sure it'll be a running joke around here for a little while, but I'm happy for him. It'll be a memorable moment for him, for the rest of his life, because I don't know how many more of those will come.
They've been kind of giving me crap for it all year. Like, I don't have any career home runs and stuff, so that kind of felt good. They actually came out to home plate and they all left whenever I touched home, so it's kind of funny. But
one of his best attributes has to be his ability to throw strikes coming out of the bullpen, and look at that strike. It's strike 3 as Marullo goes down on a wave and a miss at a breaking pitch, and they're 2 gone. In this inning is a check swing, going to be tapped out to Werman at second, applies the tag for 1, goes to first for a double play. Keith Werman, what a heads-up play by the senior. That twin killing will end the top half of the 6th. And here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on and driven to deep right center field. Going back is Ian Haynes. It's going to get down and go to the wall. Extra bases for Brandon Cogswell as he's got thoughts of 3 and is going to go for it. Here's the relay throw. Diving in safely is Cogswell. And the freshman's got himself a triple. The best bunters in the country. The pitch, he's going to bunt, gets it down the first base line, and that is a beauty. Hoover's going to field it on the bare hand, underhand to first, but it's an RBI on the sacrifice bunt for Keith Werman as the Who's take that 5-2 lead. Hoover comes home, first pitch of the at-bat, swung on and belted to deep left field. See you later. No doubt about that one right off the bat. Jared King gets a cookie right down the middle.
It was great to see our guys bounce back tonight and really have a really good performance, and hopefully we can take this positive momentum into this weekend.
Put it in the books. Virginia gets a 15-5 win versus JMU.
This week, former men's basketball legend Ralph Sampson was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Here's a look at his time at Virginia.
And I remember very well the night before Ralph was coming, up on the roof on the top of University Hall, some boys painted Ralph's house. So when he flew over the next day, he could see Ralph's house.
He was a very skinny kid from over in Harrisonburg, but what a talent and what a great kid. I mean, he was almost too much of a team player. People wanted to see him dominate games, but he was always the one who told our other players, if you've got an open shot, shoot it. He'd throw it back out to them when the defense collapsed. And he did the dirty work. He rebounded. He led the ACC in rebounding for 3 straight years. He was National Player of the Year. And sometimes he didn't even lead us in scoring. He did the tough things. He rebounded, he played defense, blocked shots, provided a presence in the lane that allowed our other players to be even better. So he was a player who not only was a great player himself, but made our other players better and took us right to the pinnacle of college basketball.
I didn't know what to expect when I got there. I was scared, nervous. I wanted to get my grades. I wanted to get in the classroom. I can remember Howard Cosell saying that I wasn't going to make it in the classroom and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to prove the critics wrong, that the classroom was important to me, but also the basketball as well. So I worked hard in the weight room. I worked hard in the classroom.
Ewing had a hand on the ball when he started. The pass was way up in the air. Ralph one-handed it back to the bucket, and this crowd is going wild.
There was no extra seats. People fought for seats like cats and dogs.
It had always been a great place to play, but it became really tough to get a ticket.
I mean, it was electric to have the opportunity to play in that arena at that stage of my career in the game of basketball, because it was, I don't see anything like it today.
I can remember before I actually came here, I was a senior in high school being recruited by UVA at the time, and I came down on Super Bowl Sunday, and it was Ralph's game where he scored 40 points, and I can remember sitting down on the baseline watching that game and thinking to myself, how in the world am I going to play at that level? It seemed like a whole nother game to me, but very exciting.
When he missed his free throw and then got the rebound and went in and made the shot that we beat Maryland.
Ralph Sampson, the premier player in the world, with a free throw, and he missed it, in and out, tipped outside, Sampson has it, and he scored!
Going out that game that way, you couldn't write a better story. It just couldn't have been written anyway better than that. There's a lot of basketball memories, but the most one is getting that degree, because now I can use that. No one can take that from me. It's on the wall of my mother's house, and I can say I went to Virginia, and people respect that wholeheartedly.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. We have some great home games this week, so come out and support the Cavaliers. Baseball hosts George Washington on Wednesday before a weekend series with North Carolina at Davenport Field. Softball hosts Radford on Wednesday for a pair of games at the park. And men's tennis hosts Florida State on Friday at the Snyder Courts. We'll be back next week with more highlights and great stories from Virginia athletics. I'm Taylor Williams, and until next time, go Hoos.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Virginia Lottery, helping Virginia's public schools. And by the UVA Health System, dedication beyond measure. And by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.